can I start from the beginning?
Please do.
And yes, and you have every right to be like mad and so on.
I'm
but
upset. You know I'm upset. I'm trying not to
oh yeah,
cry. So just tell me what you've got to tell me because this is hard.
yeah. I mean, well, I'll clarify some. I read your Facebook, and one, I wasn't paid off at all. And I know, like, you're gonna be like, there's no hell in a way, and I'll get to it and why I left. And two, I wasn't promoted. I left the whole company.
She told me, the regional investigator told me that you had left the company, but she made like you were promoted. She didn't, because when I tried to ask to get in touch with you, they acted like they could not give me any information on you, knowing how badly I would need to speak to you about this.
Yeah, the
And Jason
company.
is very upset as well. This is not just me.
Yes, I understand now.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, I'm just like being really honest. I
Go ahead
went.
and tell me the truth. I mean, it's.
I don't know what the truth is. I left because the whole company literally just did not support me.
Okay.
I mean,
Fair enough.
so
I get that. You know of anyone, I'm gonna get that.
what do you mean get that?
I mean, I'm gonna understand that.
Oh, sorry. Um, I mean, I I was it's just like, okay, I'm starting from the beginning. I went to in this whole journalism field because literally my goal was to give the voice to the voiceless. And I know it was like, oh, are you that? Like, maybe I was very blindsided when I guess, really went into this newsleader. And when I started, it went really well. I mean, I really liked the job and stuff. And then once it got into, the gnarly stuff, and what was the most important stuff, all of a sudden, like, my editor was just like trying to destroy the story any possible way. And I tried to justify, like, why, and I asked him why it's, like, why is he doing that, And obviously, like, he said, oh, maintaining relationship is important. Bullshit. And I really said that. And and I told him there has been, at least like 8 stories that the newsleader could have been, 6 or like way more, long time ago.
Right.
And there's still victims out here. And he basically said, yeah. And and then he just like didn't take any blame for it. And he's been this, the editor for almost 20 years.
Is this Brad's in?
Well,
he's one of them.
Yeah, Brad's in and William Ramsey. They've been there for a long time.
So who are you talking about? William?
William, yeah. And then William is just, he's our boss. And,
right.
And then there's Brad's in, right?
Right.
And I go to Brad's in and because he heard all of these stories that I heard from you guys, and he's like, that's not a story at all. And then it's just like, I asked them, and they're like, that's not something we report on, while he writes on like most absurd shit,
Right.
And I'm just like, you have to be kidding me. And I think everything really started, it's crazy to say, but the body camera story. I didn't know my job was on the line for writing that story. And it's really like,
over body cams.
Yes, and I just didn't know. Soon enough, a different reporter was telling me, because apparently they were in the office, editors and the crime reporter, talking about how, like, this is gonna like shake some things up for the newsleader and the local enforcement, and they're like, maybe like we should try to like get rid of me. And I was like, that's bullshit, I'm writing the truth here. And around that time, I know, like, this is something I'm sure you and Jason like face, where I started being like followed by Augusta County Sheriff's Office, like and because of their mutual aid program, like they're allowed to kind of, sometimes they're in